Good evening, Michael.
Hello there.
Hello. How are we all doing?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. How's everybody doing?
Okay, look. There's Trace. She's got a polar bear suit on. I've just closed the door because it's freezing. I don't know what it's like in Grimsby. What it's like everywhere else, but it's pretty chilly here in Grimsby. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not warm now.
Yeah. So here's Will. Evening, Will.
Hey, Will.
Douglas Coy. Evening. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, to get a few on tonight. We've got a few things to talk about, haven't we? First one, I guess, is the mega auction tomorrow, 100 toe size toys. So I think Deck's all photographed out. I think we nearly broke him when we put that 100 fish in front of him early on in the week, but he's done well. Got them all photographed. And what day did we do that? It was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tuesday we did it.
Yeah, Tuesday. So 100 fish, and that is if you get a chance to come over to Elite Koi, come and have a look in that pond, because I don't know about you, but every time I look in that pond, I spot a different favourite fish.
Yeah.
So they're all pretty good. The next one, of course, is I'll let you introduce the next one, Michael, because I did ask you earlier, do you know how this works? And you was like, I do.
Have you got any the files uploaded? Let me keep blabbing and I'll put the...
Yeah.
I'll just find the... I think I've got it straight away, so I'll load it up. So, there you go. So, yeah, this is a new thing that will be coming to the auctions, possibly be not this week, but the following week. So, bearing the bill, how this is going to work is one person is going to get randomly selected on each auction. So, there'll be 20 fish that we normally do. One person will get randomly selected from that, and then they'll go into the bearing the bill at the end of the month. So each week, building up to the fourth week, so there'll be 4 entries in total, and then they'll be picked at random, pulled out. If theirs gets selected, they'll get a credit note for the fish that they've bought. So, yeah, it's quite a good little incentive to come over to the auctions, because you're technically one person every month will get a free fish.
Yeah, which is good, and it adds another element to it. Obviously, we can't burn the fish, could we? We can't burn the bill, so
no, it won't be the bill, but yeah, we can. Yeah, that's how it's going to work on the auction. So, yeah, just something a little bit different, spice it up a bit.
Yeah, well, let us know your thoughts on that, everybody who's watching, if you think it's a good idea or not. I think it's really good. We used to enjoy doing the cards, didn't we? But just something a little bit different, and the cards may come back at some point. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, it's one of them again. It'll all be randomly drawn. So, yeah, everybody's in the pot to win one. So, yeah, it's a good little thing. If you win a koi at the end of the month and you've got one from the it's spot on, isn't it? You get it for now.
Yeah, definitely. And the idea of like doing the credit note is because the fish will already be paid for, so then you can come back and get another one in the auction. Right. So the more, I guess, the more you pay for your koi, the more you have to win.
Yeah, in credit.
You get pulled out, which is good.
Yeah.
So here's Ben, Rob, of course, the WhatsApp group. Rob's been he's been into Elite Koi a couple of times over the last couple of weeks and selected some fish for his WhatsApp auctions, whether it's the take it or tank it, or whether it's traditional auction or whatever. And that seems to be going down quite well. There has been a membership review, as always, on the WhatsApp group. This is something that we're doing quite regular now, and so that we could make it objective in terms of the group. What we do is we go through, we look at who's members, and if there's been no purchase within the last year shown on our records, then of course we're removing the person from the group, because we're just assuming that you're inactive. It's been quite shocking, really, because we've seen some people that have gone to see God in the group, and they're still members of the WhatsApp group, so they haven't been taken out. So it's just a way of keeping it nice and tidy, really. What else got? I'll put the comments on, actually, so the comments can come up and you can see them all in real time. So Sharon, sounds like a good idea.
I couldn't win a raffle.
Mind you, I couldn't win a raffle.
This way might be more, easier to win for you.
Yeah. So here's Ben. Ben's all set up. Your stall looks great, Ben. Good luck with that at the weekend. What are you doing? Are you having a party tonight? Are you all camping out, having a few tins of beer? I think everybody was set up now. Mick's still active. We know you're still active.
We know you're active, Mick.
Yeah. But it's just a way of keeping things nice and tidy. And of course, if anybody does get removed and they feel it's been done in error, then all you've got to do is message us as always, and then we'll get it sorted out. So yes, so fingers crossed for the bear and the bill. So back to the 100 koi auction, the mega auction. We're starting that at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Some cracking fish in there, some marahira, and we also mixed in a few wider fish, didn't we? Including the kirin, which are quite a fascinating fish. If you get a chance, head over onto the Koi Auction House page and have a look at the kirin that's on there, because to me it looks like, well, remember when we selected them and we said to him a few times that these are kirin out, these are kirin out.
Yeah, we was a bit unsure about it, weren't we? But yeah, he said the so yeah.
But I don't know how many of you saw. There was a guy in Europe, and he came out with a new variety, if you like. There's quite a few new varieties on the horizon, all coming along all the time, such as different coloured dragons and things like that. And he came up with it was a Suma Buki, which I think these kirins look pretty much like that, like a mango-y coloured background, but they've got the Matsuba effect on them, haven't they?
Yeah.
Pretty special fish. If there is any fish in that that you really like the look of and you can't make the auction, or you're not sure what time they're going to go, then give us a call tomorrow, leave your proxy bid, and we'll get it on the back of the certificate. You might have to send us a message actually, so that we know which fish that you're looking at, because there's no reference numbers put on, was there?
No. You'd have to send us a picture of the fish and then we can match it up. Keith says, what about the TikTok pictures yet? So they're included in that as well. All the purchases all come through the same place. So they're all included as well.
Yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they do. They all show up in the same place, don't they? So, it's been a busy week again for us. Really looking forward to this event this weekend. And then moving on, it'll be on to the next photo show, won't it? But we're having a bit of a upgrade of the shop. Yeah. So we've got some plans for some new ponds at Elite Koi, which we'll show you the progress when we get going with them. But effectively, it's going to be 5 new 1,000-gallon ponds with windows, shutters fully enclosed and heated systems at Elite Koi, which I can't wait to get on with them.
Yeah, look pretty cool though when they get built.
Yeah. So any questions, anybody? Fire them in. I see we've got lots of viewers tonight. It's good to see everybody.
Ben's partying tomorrow, but he's sleeping tonight.
Yeah. Pod 14 covers look great. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, this is one of the things that's it's for quite some time now. Anybody who's been to Elite Koi, you'll see that we've had the boxes on the side of the pond. This is the traditional thing that koi dealers do, of course, when the fish come in, to stop them jumping out the ponds, and you line up all the shipping boxes alongside the pond, but it doesn't half look scruffy. So we took them all off yesterday. Of course, Rob's very kindly come along and helped us design a cover that's practical, and it looks pretty good as well, doesn't it? So when nobody's at the shop, we can have the covers down. We don't have to worry about the fish coming out the ponds. And equally so, if you want to have a look in the ponds, it's just a 2-second job to get them out of the way so you can view the fish. 6 or 10. You know, it's a tricky one. It depends what you're using it for. I think in terms of, I don't think you really need polycarb. I think you can get away with it. I've bought some corrugated roofing sheets, which is quite cheap. it's a lot cheaper than the polycab. You're just going to make sure you screw it down plenty. And the reason I bought that was when we was in Japan, of course, we're always looking to see what the breeders are doing with their fish houses and things like that. And we noticed their fish houses were built with 2x2 timber, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then it's like double glazed in this single sheet corrugated, the clear stuff that you get from Wicks and that. And of course, the two layers form the insulation on it. And when you think about it, I was always a bit, it'll be brittle, it'll break and everything. But you have earthquakes and everything in Japan, and them fish houses,
fine.
Yeah, they're fine. All the snow on them and that, they're absolutely fine. I think you've just got to make sure you pin it down well and in places. I thought that when you said there's a comment from Sharon, I looked up and it said, I read Rob's, I thought, do I need to sharpen my trowel? I thought, why would Sharon be asking this? You'll have to excuse me.
Yeah, you do need to get it sharpened, Rob, with some more ponds.
Yeah. So, Robert Sparks, what is a good air pump to get? In terms of air pumps, you get what you pay for. You can get much cheaper ones, but then I remember I bought one and put it on my pond. My pond's 6 foot deep, and it wasn't even powerful enough to pump down the 6 foot. So it was a waste of money. It was a bad buy. We generally tend to use the XPs, don't we? XP40 and XP80s for a couple of reasons, really. They're very energy efficient. But I think the 40 delivers as much oxygen as what probably the 70 litre comparable air pumps put out. The Aqua 40 60s are pretty good. If you want more of a budget one, as long as you keep the base dry, because the base will corrode a little bit over time. But we've used them for years, haven't we?
Yeah, they're definitely good pump as well. It's again another question where it differs to what you're using it for. Some can be too powerful for certain things. So yeah, it's all dependent on what you're running it for.
Yeah.
Difference between like a bottom drain and a moving bed. You need different pumps, don't you? So yeah, let us know what it's for, Robert, and we can go a bit more in detail on that. But yeah, XP40 would be my go-to of a pump for like a Nexus moving bed or bottom drain or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to do both, if you want to do a bottom drain and a moving bed, it may be use the XP80, but use it for both purposes rather than having two separate pumps to run it. I think the important thing is whatever air pump you're running, is that the dog's going to knock the camera out the way.
Yeah.
The important thing is if there's too much air coming through and you want to close it down, normally people just close the valves down a little bit to reduce the airflow. But make sure you let that air flow out somewhere else. So if not, you put back pressure on the pump. The pump could overheat, but you're not going to get much longevity out of the pump either. So a bit like a water pump, don't just gag it back. Send the flow somewhere else.
Yeah, even if you put a small air stone or something, just have it at the side of the pond with a bit of air going through it, it's better than nothing. It just stops the back pressure. Just like a normal pump. What are you laughing at, Will?
See what Will's put. I'll put this one up on the screen. So he's going to give you a free treat next time it's over if you can hit a bullseye with 3 darts.
Of course I can.
That's just like sorry.
Just let me put the bull. I'll just go backstage and put the dart in the bullseye. Bear with me.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't said that you've got to stand behind the hockey, has he? You can just stand next to him and put it in. So yeah, Robert's saying that his air pump is for a moving bed. Again, air pumps, a bit like UVs. For the Nexus, they recommend I think 75 litre air pump to run a Nexus. We'd always go a 95, and then we've got plenty of air if we decide we want another air stone. It's there. We don't have to buy another pump or upgrade the pump.
Yeah.
So a bit like UV, people always say, what size UV? put as much UV on as you can, because if the water's clear, you can turn the UV off. You don't have to keep it running all the time.
Now, for me, I always say double it up. So whatever UV you was going to go for, double it, or whatever size fits your pond. So say a 25 does your pond, I'd get a 55. It's just, you always want extra than not enough.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we did that at, we'll have to do it again. We did that money saving thing a few years back. Can you remember? Where we came up with some tips for saving money during the winter, and it was before the electric prices had gone up. But one of them was, if your water's clear in the winter, you haven't got all that energy from the sun, turn your UV off.
Yeah.
There's no point having the UV burning to keep the water clear if the water's clear anyway.
Yeah, that's another thing, that if you get 110 watt UV as well, you've technically got a 55 and a 110 unit, because you can unplug one of the bulbs and it still runs with the other. So that's one thing I do like about, if you've got a 110 unit, you've pretty much got two different setups in one.
Yeah. I had, while you was on holiday, I had an interesting conversation with the EA rep about these UVs that you fit into the Nexus now at the back end. And they're going to be quite interesting. I think he says don't hold your breath, but I think they're going to be out pretty soon. So I've asked him to get us a couple of them to go on. That ideal. Them, I'll be fitting them to all the Nexuses.
Are they going to be a retrofit item? Are they?
It's a retrofit item. So initially, what they'd done was that anybody who's got an Easy Pod, you'll know that when the light's on, you can see the glow through the plastic of the Easy Pod. So initially, they wanted to do the units with the titanium surrounding, sleeve in them. But then what they've realised is that if they put the sleeve in, you might not be able to retrofit them. But then they're kind of like, so the question is now is, do they, with a new Nexus, then you get the titanium shield, but then not bother for retrofitting it into other Nexuses? And he thinks that they're just not going to bother with it, so that you can use it retrofit into any Nexus.
Right, that's good. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What spec? What did he tell you? What the specs of that was then, or is it 255s or 25? What is it?
I think he did, but I'd be lying if I could remember what it was. I think it's like something else. I mean, we used to put them submersibles in, or we have in the Nexus, haven't we, on a few filters?
Yeah.
And it'll be bigger. They're 20 watt. These will be bigger than 20 watt. I think they're going to be about 70 or 80 watt, but don't hold me to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Keith says there's no chance. Left-handed. Ben saying you've got to do that bullseye left-handed. I think you should have a blindfold on as well. Let's really
smile 5 times. There's good. There's another one. There's one. There's quite a few comments there to go through. How's your pond temperature? Brilliant now, Rob. Brilliant. Thank you. New setup's working really well. That's that's another thing we could talk about, is heating ponds. Electric heater versus gas heater versus air source. Big debate there, isn't there, of all the different ways of heating a pond.
Yeah. I mean, this one's caused some controversy with me and other people over the years. I think in terms of efficiency, the air source heat pump's good for the summer, because there's lots of available heat in the atmosphere for it to take out, and then you're going to get, for every kilowatt you put in, you'll get 12 kilowatts out. In the winter, they're pretty hungry beasts. I know mine's 17 kilowatt, and I think it was running all day to keep the pond at the temperature that it was at without actually heating it.
Yeah.
So in the winter, I favour gas, because it's more direct, it's quicker. Whatever heat you're getting is going straight into the pond.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, a combination of two, you can't go wrong then, can you?
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Electric and Rob's saying there, don't forget me probe. Yeah, I am on with that, Rob. Don't worry.
Yeah. So Josh is just saying there, he thinks he's quite a white spot. One of them is quite a lot of small, tiny white spots. I've big staging in the pond, so I suppose you could treat half dose due to the stage. Josh, unfortunately, we don't do anything with stages. We don't sell them because they're a very, very specialist fish. And in terms of the white spot, the only way that you'll really know if you've got white spot or not is through a microscope. Yeah. With white spot, you might even be able to get it with a magnifying glass. But if you go on YouTube, Elite Koi Fish Health, there's some videos of there that show you what white spot looks like. So I reckon with a decent decent magnifying glass, you might be able to see it if it's well advanced.
Yeah, it's quite a big parasite, isn't it? So yeah, you could possibly.
Yeah. And in terms of like the stage and whatever you're going to use, I would reach out to the manufacturer and check with them that it's safe for the stage. And
yeah, he's put out, fish. Yeah, I've got a microscope. So yeah, search on our YouTube channel, Josh, and you'll see if you put in white spot in Elite Koi's YouTube channel, you'll see the actual parasite.
Yeah.
And you can have a look for it and see if you've got it.
And if you do find it, head on to the website as well and have a look at Alpharex and see what's in the instructions on the Alpharex, because that might save you and the stage and well.
Yeah.
But good luck with it. Good luck with it.
What are the ones we've got?
Yeah, I mean, this is another. Yeah, this is another thing. So, I mean, I used to do a lot of work in terms of like shift patterns and human responses to working shifts and working nights and things like that. And it's a study called circadian rhythms, and it'd be no different for the fish to what it is for us. Now, as we've kind of like come from being cavemen, our bodies are still. We're not used to working nights. We don't work well in artificial lights. It's bad for your health and everything else. So everything's got a circadian rhythm in it. So in the summer, the koi will be the bodies are itching to grow and the growing season. In the winter, I think they need a break from the feeding the intensity of growing. I think it's okay for short periods of time, but if your idea of heating the pond up is to keep the growth going all year round, I think you might be setting yourself up for a bit of a fail in terms of like the health of the koi. So I think if you're going to heat, do it in the summer certainly. But if you want to get up to the temperatures 22, 25 degrees, and it's not going to cost you as much either.
No.
But the good thing is if you've got that heater there for the summer, if you do come across any issues in the winter, you can get the heat in the pond to deal with any issues that may arise, like white spot or anything like that.
Yeah, it's always a bonus if you've got a heater to. If you do get anything, you can crack it on and heat it up, ready for treatment. So, it's always a good fail safe in it to have one. Yeah,
I think with the ponds at the shop, a good all round temperature to me looks to be no lower than 12 degrees, because the fish, they're still feeding, the immune system still tricking along, but they're not like they are at the minute, absolutely mad for food. And we have noticed over the last few years, haven't we? Everybody who's heated around about 12 degrees throughout the winter seem to have very few problems. Come the springtime. So,
what's those ponds called? A 17 kilowatt.
So Josh is going to have a look at that. There's 2 videos on YouTube. Elite Koi Fish Health. You can search for Costia or white spot. There's flukes, Costia, white spot on there for you to have a look at and see what they look like.
Yes, you can identify them. It makes it a bit easier.
So, what size my pond? I'm just under 5,000 gallon. The reason I got the 17 kilowatt again, I probably could have got away with a 9 kilowatt heat pump on the pond, but that would really, really struggle when the temperatures are down to maintain the temperature, let alone put any heat in there if I want more heat. And I based the decision for mine on being able to heat up to 22, 25 degrees in the middle of winter if I needed to for whatever reason. I mean, a lot of it is we now all the quarantines down at the shop, but a few years ago I wanted the ability there to quarantine fish in the pond if ever we needed to. So it's like anything, and it's like your air pumps. You know, you can go as cheap as possible, but then is it going to really
work?
Give you what you expect from it? Same with UV, like we said with UV. So yeah, some good questions there, folks. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I think it's a great time to spend some time with you guys and girls, and I think sometimes we get a bit complacent in the fact of our knowledge.
Yeah, everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh yeah, now there's another reminder. Tracy's just said the Macmillan raffle that's live now on the Elite Koi website. All donations are going to Macmillan, and you could win that 4-piece plaque that Ben's donated for it. I think we're about 1,140, so we've smashed the £1,000 target. Well, let's see if we can double that now. Thank you everybody who's had a go on that. It's to donate to it. It's every £5 that you donate will get you one go in the wheel to win the plaque. Which we'll do. Just remember, don't donate anonymously if you want to go in the wheel, because we can't see
who it was.
So yeah, good luck to everybody. We're going to draw that at 2:00 on Monday. I think the stream's been set up on it already. So yeah. So evening Merrick, 9 kilowatt, 3,000 gallon. Expect for 4,500. But I so wish went with the 12 kilowatt. So yeah, Merrick's just echoing there what we've said. You know, always go bigger. These things seem expensive, the initial layout, but it's not as expensive for them to buy it twice. That's the way that you look at it. So thank you to everybody who's had a go on that raffle. I'm chuffed to bits that we've smashed the £1,100, the £1,000 target, and of course it'll all go directly to the charity as well. So it's all good. When this one is finished on Monday, we're going to keep the donation page live, and then we'll drop something else in there. We'll drop a nice coin there or something that will go over a couple of months for anybody who wants to carry on helping. Mick said he went solar panel with their house mainly, but the pond does well out of the extra power. Now, this is something, again, me and Michael was discussing solar battery backups, which we're going to have a look at. So in terms of we want the resilience if the power goes off where they'll switch themselves on and keep running. But then if you've got fully charged batteries, why not run the pond on them, or your pond equipment for free, even if it's just for half the day. So in terms of the solar panel, it's come on so much, hasn't it? With the tariffs.
Yeah.
Well, with the Tesla, don't you? If you can charge it cheaper at certain rate. I'll let you explain it, Michael.
Yeah, it's like if you've got solar panels, battery storage, you can charge on off peak at night. So I think it's 7p a kilowatt, something like that. So yeah, you'd work better there if you was charging at night on the batteries and then discharging in the day when it's at a dearer rate. So you're pretty much getting cheaper electricity by storing it in batteries and then discharging it through the day. So yeah, you could possibly offset the full running cost of your pond by having battery backup.
Yeah,
so it's a good. I had a look at it. Unfortunately, I can only fit 2 panels on my roof, so yeah, it won't really work for me. But
I mean, in terms of kind of resilience for your pond. So this time of the year, certainly if you heated, or in the winter, if you heated, and you lose the power and you lose your air pumps,
yeah,
you could be putting your fish in a whole world of trouble.
Yeah.
I think some of the panels I've been looking at just fitted one onto the boat. It's only 100-watt panel, but I think on a battery on the right device, just one panel up on top of the pond would probably give me that.
Yeah, a little bit of backup.
That backup, yeah. So if it does go, you're not going to keep everything running, but if you can keep the air pumps running, your fish stand a chance, don't they?
Ben's put move house. I've just moved in this one. So Nick said there, yeah, you're right, Michael, and the heater comes on at night. Yeah. A lot of people as well, Mick, they use like my house, it's got a what do we call it? Immersion tank where it stores the water. A lot of people heat that up at night as well on the cheaper tariff, so not costing you much in hot water either. So yeah, it works out well. Just wish I could have 10 solar panels on my roof and it'd work out spot on, but for me, I can't possibly do that. So yeah, you're lucky to have them. You can yeah, it's a good little idea if you want to keep a backup power on site kind of thing. If it does go off, I think some of those bigger panels, you'll get around 2 days of backup power, so you could run your whole entire house for 2 days with no power. So yeah, they're pretty good.
It's moving on so much, isn't it? Technology is coming on so much. Yeah, it's really. I think it's that initial outlay of stuff that's eye-watering.
Yeah, but then if you weigh that up against what you've got in fish and stuff, it outweighs it anyway. So Mick's got 16 panels, and 3 batteries, which it makes more sense when you've got more. If you can charge them with the panels, you're getting free electric. It's loads better.
Yeah, and of course, the sun never stops shining in Barrow, does it, Mick? Always a sunny day where you live. Yeah. But I had to laugh at you giving Marge a bit of grief about taking the trophy from you with that Kahaku. A lot of interest on all the photo show winners. We've had so much interest on them on social media.
Yeah,
it's been great. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see the next one, won't it? It's not long away either. So yeah, get your entries ready.
Yeah, start getting them ready now. When is it? It's the end of October, isn't it? So
yeah.
Is it the end of October? I'm lost. It is, yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Yeah, because
I think what's happened in September. So keep them coming. Any questions, anything like that? Michael did a video on the Easy Pod. I hope you all saw that on YouTube. Just demonstrating how easy an Easy Pod is to clean. They come under a bit of criticism, these filters, of not being that good. But I tell you what, all the new quarantine ponds are fitted with Easy Pod autos, and it's made our life so much easier, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can't really beat them. They're so basic. They're not complicated in any way. They're easy to clean. Like it's in the name of the filter. It's
the clues in the name. Yeah.
They should be called bulletproof filter because they just carry on, don't they? There's nothing that can stop them, and just keep going and going and going.
Yeah. Trying to think what else has been happening throughout the week.
Well, obviously preparations for tomorrow.
Yeah. Pulled pork sandwiches tomorrow. So if anybody's coming along, we've doubled up on the pork. So we're doing pulled pork, either in gravy buns or pulled pork stuffing and apple sauce buns. If you're vegetarian, you can have a bun. Maybe with a bit of apple sauce in it. But there's going to be plenty there. Lots of tea and coffee as always. We're starting at 11. I think we'll be going till about 7-ish, somewhere around then. It depends how much you lot are bidding up in pounds.
Make it £5.
Yeah, we'll have to make a minimum bid of £5. That's not a bad idea, that actually, is it? But some amazing fish, some really, really good fish. There's a couple of Azargs in there. There's been a lot of chat about golden corns, hasn't there?
Yeah.
And I spotted in the pond there's 2 fish. There's 2 Azargis in there. One is a key Azargi, which is a yellow Azargi. First one I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. And this fish it's got like a 4-step yellow pattern running down it. It looks pretty good. I did get a video of it earlier, but I don't know if I've got time to get it out now. And then there's another one in there, which is a Ginrinazagi, and it's got a yellow tinge to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, oh, that could, if that yellow carries on coming through, you could be looking at a golden corn there. Could be.
So Ben's put, do you mean unlike a drum? I'm not anti-drum. It's just it's not my preferred way of running a pond. I like the simplicity of a Nexus. Everyone's got their own opinion, their own pond. It's one of those, and it's your own personal decision if you go for a Nexus drum. It's one of those. Everything's personal choice at the end of the day.
Yeah. And there are circumstances when a drum, it's like when I had that one on my pond. As we've been building Elite Koi, my pond's just been neglected, and without that drum, it probably would have ended up being filled in. But the one thing that kept the water filtered and good for the fish was the drum. So definitely, your circumstances dictate what filtration you need. What I will say to people now is that I took that drum off, and you get the Nexus Auto.
Yeah,
that's both worlds with that.
Yeah.
The only difference now is, of course, if the Nexus Auto stops working, you just go back to manual cleaning. It doesn't stop your mechanical filtration or anything like that. Well dodged.
I like the questions, Ben.
Keith says, "Can you post me one, please? What do you want, a drum or a Nexus, Keith? Let us know."
I think he's on about the pulled pork sarnies.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all different ways of doing filtration. We got quite a shock when we went over to the Netherlands, didn't we? And they was all on bay filters. It's totally different world over there.
And who remembers them big bead filters? And there was like there was in a shape of like a figure of 8.
Yeah, that was
in Holland, they love them. They've got them all over the place. Well, I wouldn't dream of having a bead filter anymore, but they love them over there. The one thing we did learn from there, which is pretty interesting with the mountain tree hanging hooks, was that they put that ceramic media anywhere they can squeeze it, don't they?
Yeah, anywhere. Just put it in anywhere. Don't bother if it's submerged, dry, just anywhere they could put it.
Put it in behind the drums. It was stacked up in baskets, so they could just take it out and chuck a bucket of water on over it. How are you lot getting on with the hanging hooks?
Yeah, there's quite a few people in the chat with them as well.
I think Rob had said initially that his nitrite had come down quite considerably since adding them, but again, it's. I thought Timo, when he came out with the different medias having different favourite conditions, made a lot of sense to me. So it's well worth putting them in, installing them. Yeah, port roll, Keith's put. So keep the chat going, folks. We are finishing at 8:30 tonight, so we've got 20 minutes left to answer any questions, or if you'd like to see anything in terms of fish or anything like that. If we've got them, we'll bring them up pretty quick. That mountain tree mat you gave you guys is proper boss. Big difference. Yeah, the mountain tree matting is pretty good. It's a stiff version of Japanese matting, really, but it's structure. It's got a bigger surface area. If you look at it closely, it's full of like tiny little beads and bobbles on it. But the good thing about that is you can take it out and you can just bang it on the floor, and all the waste comes out of it. Chuck a bucket of water over it and then put it back in. It's definitely reusable, and that'll save you a very long time. That stuff.
Yeah, Keith, with the mountain tree spar mat, putting some under this. Yeah, you put it under the sieve grill. That's an interesting one. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I suppose you could. I mean, we have noticed with the sieves that you do get quite a build-up of rubbish under there, don't you? So we quite have to take them out, and then we'll siphon it out or get the pond bath in there and just suck the waste out. But I guess a bit of the massing would collect a lot of it, so you could just lift that out and tap it. And if it does end up back in the water, you can still siphon it out and dispose of it. That's not a bad idea, that. I'll tell you what else. Speaking to the EA rep was about the advanced filters. So the advanced filter at the minute, we run one on Pond 10, and I think there's 100 litres of K1 advanced media in that filter. But like with all bead filters, things like that, you've got to have the blower on it to agitate it, and they are quite complex in terms of cleaning or getting it right. They're going to change that blower to a similar air inlet, the same as what they have on the Tempest. So they've found a way of like cleaning the system by using the air technology, but it allowing enough air in to clean like 100 litres of media, and then you'll just dump the lot out like you do a Tempest, fill it back up, and off you go again.
All right, that sounds a bit different.
Sounds pretty good. I did try and blag a couple off him. I said, "We'll test them for you. We'll put them under some strain." So hopefully he'll come back to us. But sounds pretty good. And if we got them, you know where I'd put them, between the sieves and the showers on 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Again, it's being creative, isn't it? It's being creative with what space you've got and what you can squeeze in.
Yeah, that mountain tree spiral matting, I've put some in my shower about a year ago. I've not even had a look at it, to be fair. So I don't know how it's getting on muck wise, but yeah, I'll have to have a look at that at some point, see what it's looking like. But those seem to be fine. So yeah,
I think did Pond 1, didn't we replace it all, or was it just in the top tier?
I think it's in the top.
In the top tier, yeah, but it was full, wasn't it? We didn't put any other media in there.
No, just got that in it. So yeah, I might have to have a look in there. I need to have a look in there. See what it's like.
I'll have to have a peek in there to see what it's like. But when you look at the water clarity and quality in there, I mean, the other thing that we use in there is the lacto.
Yeah.
We use the Bacto Plus one in there, don't we? And it's the water. There's no fines or anything in there.
No.
Which is pretty good.
Any other questions?
I do like that idea though, Keith, that maybe straighten a bit underneath the sieves. That sounds
could be an idea.
Yeah.
It could. Just we're trying to figure out how it would work with it sucking from that 3-inch outlet. But if it had suck it in,
I think it's stiff enough. If it went in a block, it's probably stiff enough to not even notice the flow. And I guess it would kind of like break up the water as it came through the sieve and then hit it again. It's going to break it up even more, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll have to get Keith to guinea pig the idea.
Yes. Yeah. So plenty of mountain tree stuff in. The other thing, if anybody was waiting for the lacto to come in last week, we managed to get a good stock of that in, although it is going down pretty quickly, isn't it? So if you're after the Mr. Koizumi stuff, it's in stock there now. I don't think it's going to be there for much longer, the speed it's going out. And of course, the other one, Takazumi Food. If you need Takazumi Food, get it in advance of when you need it, because it has become so popular. The mix, we can't keep it on the shelves, can we?
No.
So yeah, you can get it in. Probably get a bag in reserve, because the dates on this food, you've got a 2-year date on it as well.
Robert, what food would you recommend for the winter? I'd go Vital or Gold for the winter on Takazumi. So yeah, one of those two perfectly fine for the winter period. Yeah,
you could make your own winter mix, couldn't you? If you 50-50 the Gold and the Vital.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
The summer mix is High Growth and Gold. And Easy. That's another one. The Easy, the sinking one.
Yeah,
worth adding a bit of that in. as well, just to this time of year, if you've got some fish that are staying away from the carnage, a little bit sinking food will make sure that they're getting some food. Your fish are looking bang on, Michael.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm mad for food. So they're mad for it. They're mad for food.
Yeah.
Mad for it.
They're looking really good. I tell you what, they look like they've grown as well. Your pond looks full. Unless it's because they're all up this end after the food. Good question from Paul there. When would you recommend dropping the temps for winter? If I was you, I would just follow them down. So if next month, if you're at 22 now, if the air temperature's staying at like 20 and your heats are starting to come on, I'd just drop it down to 20. Maintain that for a little while, and then when you notice that the heater's having to work harder, then drop it down another degree or two and keep following it down until you get to 12. The last few years, the temperatures have been funny. There's been quite a few years. New Year's Day, I'm out there in a t-shirt feeding the fish and doing a video of the pond because it's so mild. I think last year there was only really February, wasn't it, when we got hit with the cold temperatures. Then it warmed up, then it dropped again, and it was fine after that. Keith saying he mixes gold and vital. I think that's a good thing with the Sakazumi range. It's so versatile.
Yeah, you can pretty much make any mix you want throughout all the ranges, can't you?
That's another one. Ben's just mentioned the Yugen. We forget about the Yugen. But now is the time. You're supposed to feed it 4 times of the year for 5 consecutive days. Now is definitely the time when you want to be doing one of them 4 times of the year because you'll get plenty of this immune boost in the food. And again, it's kind of like we remember about it in the spring. Well, if you haven't fed it throughout the season, it's kind of like in the spring you're starting from scratch. So if it's part of your routine, keep it going. We've had some good results on that. It'd be interesting from you lot as well that are using it, what your thoughts are on carp pox while you've been using it, because I don't think there's evidence, but I think there might be a bit of thinking around the fact that it can help with carp pox.
Yeah.
Yugen, Takazumi Yugen. We'll have to pop some of that on TikTok shop when we get back. Of course, there'll be no TikTok shop tomorrow, will there?
No, I think we'll be a bit busy.
Yeah. And then following this week, the auction time is going to change till to 11 a.m. in the morning as well. So the auctions from like a week on Saturday will all be starting from 11 a.m. until we decide to change it again. Yeah. It could be a bit of a dash, can it, getting everything set up and ready before 10 o'clock. So
yeah,
just gives a bit more time. And of course, you'll all be there because you'll all be wanting to burn the bill at the end of the.
Yeah, at the end.
So, yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow? Depends what you're doing tomorrow. 100 koi auction we're doing tomorrow.
Make sure you're there.
Yes, make sure you're there. It's going to be a great day. They go down so well, these mega auctions. It's pretty hard work on the team. It is certainly on Michael and Zach. When I see Michael starting to get a bit tired, I go out and see to the dogs. But to speak for that length of time it's quite some task. Caroline and Ben's coming down. They're going to give us a hand. It's a shame. I think Paul's coming down. Rob and Ashley will be there. Keith unfortunately can't make it tomorrow, but yeah, you're welcome to come down. Anybody who's about.
I'm sure Keith might join us online at some point.
Yeah, I think Keith will be online.
People online. Yeah. Ben's
Yeah.
put, has Nick phoned in sick yet? Not yet.
No, but we've stashed him a couple of cases of Monster round the back. It did really well. You know, we are, so Michael, Deck, Tracy, we are pretty well organised now when we do these events. So a lot of it, it's almost the lead up to today, like what have we got to do, what have we got to do, but it's all done and ready.
Yeah, we're already on it.
Yeah. But of course, thank you everybody who shared out the events as well, particularly helping us get it shared out that it's going on. It really does help us out a lot.
Would have been there if I went away at the event. Yeah, so Ben would have been there if you want on the at the show.
Yeah. So some pretty spectacular fish there. I think that you're seeing, Ben. We'll find out. Matt did send a video in of he bought one of the Coromos. I know quite a few of you have got the Coromos from where were they from?
Izumaya,
yeah. And he's won the show last year and he's benched it today. I think it went in at 44 centimetres, he said. So it's looking pretty good. Let's hope he can get another trophy with it again.
Yeah.
So Robert's going to be watching tomorrow. Yeah, great stuff, Robert. It's going to be a great day. We've been sorting out the lighting today, haven't we? Because on a few of them, there's been a bit of back from a light.
Yeah, a bit like what I've got at the minute at the bottom of my pond. It's reflecting. So, we've sorted that hopefully for tomorrow.
Yeah, so Michael and Tracy thought it'd be a great idea to send the oldest one up onto a plank of wood over the ponds today. Yeah, while Michael checked with the camera to make sure that the glare was gone. If I'd have gone in, you'd have hit that record button, wouldn't
you? I was recording anyway, just in case.
Yeah, great stuff. So, has anybody got anything else?
Oh, yeah, if you've got a leak in Tempest, we've got plenty of replacement Tempest valves for you. If you need one of those, let us know. Some awesome looking coin in the show. Pondside would certainly compete with the same. Yeah, some of them, yeah, it's definitely right.
Is there any big yammies there, Ben?
Yeah.
Any big yammies or big Azagi? I love to see the Azagi, the big Azagi it shows. I think when you get some size on these fish, they just look incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. If anybody's after a big Azagi or yammy, of course, there is a couple in Pond 10 you can have a look at.
Temu hat. No, don't associate myself with Temu. I buy proper gear. It probably from Temu, and it probably melted in the rain. Anyhow, I've got to win myself a tree. We've got 5 minutes left, so let's see if I can win myself a tree.
You're going to go for it?
I think you should go for it anyway for being a tree auctioneer.
Yeah.
Let me put it up there. Can you see it?
I can see it. We can see it.
Right.
So this dartboard, it's a smart dartboard, isn't it?
I ain't got it on the smart at the minute, but I'll just throw it and see what happens.
It's pretty good, this. We all need one of this, and we can have some dart competitions online.
So I've got to do it in 3. There we go, Will. That one ain't got anywhere near it. Oh,
that looks close to be.
Oh, I didn't get it.
How many goes is he allowed, Will?
He said 3 goes, didn't he?
Well, I didn't get it.
Yeah, that was 3 darts.
Yeah, I tried.
I think it's 3 goes with 3 darts each.
3 darts, he said.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, Mick's saying there was a 90 centimetre at the northeast show of Monster. Yeah, the Yammies. That one, she's grown. The one in Pondside, she must be. It's got to be 80, 82, 84 now. Over the period of time.
It is not warm tonight.
No.
Blindfolded. I can't do it with my eyes open, Will, let alone blindfolded.
Yeah. Plus, we haven't got Rob sat underneath it, counting them. Yeah. Yeah. Well, folks, it is nearly past. Hopefully, we'll see you all tomorrow. Again, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. I will do some highlights and get them posted out. But anybody wants anything, you know where we are. Hopefully, we'll get to see you tomorrow. If not, don't forget that Macmillan raffle on Monday. If you want to donate, it's there on our homepage. You could just go along there and do that. It'd be great, even if you can't donate, if you can help share that out so that we can try and double that target. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
And there will be something special coming in terms of like a nice coin that soon. So
all donations are welcome.
Yeah, all donations are welcome, like Tracy says.
Mick says we're wimps because it's cold. I'm outside. We've just got Mick. I've got a coat on, but
Yeah.
Chris is inside. Look, he's got the heating on.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll heat pump on. Right. Thank you, everybody. Cheers, Robert. We'll see you tomorrow. Ben, good luck for tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see you Monday. Will, good to see you. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch up tomorrow. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. See you later, Chris.
See you tomorrow. Cheers. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.